Masculinity is about being a man within a group of men. Back in the day, people operated in small groups. So a man's value to that group was very important to them. His reputation meant a lot. Traits that made a man valuable were physical strength, courage, or gameness, the willingness to get in a fight. This actually comes from a dogfighting terminology where after a dog in a fight gets his first scratch, that dog's willingness to jump into the fight and actually engage in the battle after getting hit, after getting struck, is that dog's level of courage or gameness, and it was probably the most important, most valuable trait within that dog. The third trait was mastery of man's ability to create resources like a blacksmith, make weapons, innovation, technology. Because the more a man could master his resources and his skill with particular resources, the more valuable he was to the tribe. The raw masculinity that all men know in their guts has to do with being good at being a man within a small, embattled gang of men struggling to survive. Compared to women, men are more interested in competing for status, and when they win, their bodies give them a dopamine high and more testosterone. We are living at a time where we have all this tremendous pleasure at our fingertips. Shaking our sticks to a computer screen, which is playing a video of a woman who is getting fucked by multiple buffed dudes, in every imaginable hole possible for pleasure. Is this what we men were supposed to do? Whenever you watching something erotic, which is hardcore but still shown to be pleasurable, you release such amounts of dopamine, which is incomparable to anything. Porn scenes don't make any sense whatsoever. They just want you to get hooked up to it, and flood your brain with dopamine. Pornography is so incredibly available. It's the most potent stimulus that you have access to today, and with the rise of things like VR porn and just incredible hyperstimulus that is on its way with technology, it's no wonder that a modern man in his 20s has lower testosterone than a 60-year-old man in the 1900s. Porn makes you weak, it makes you helpless, since you can't seem to control it, let alone get rid of it, and this is what the elite wants. Over-sexualization, and flooding your brain with dopamine with temporary pleasures, is the root cause of every mental and also physical illness. Since you are what you think, if you have lost the ability to think and understand things, you become a slave for the elites. You start believing in everything they say, and do as they intend you to do. You become a consumer of content like most others, rather than being a creator. The creators are the ones who will get rich because there is a fuck ton of demand for the content. The irony is that people get rich by telling others how to get rich, even if they themselves haven't succeeded. This is the level of stupidity people have. They blindly follow their so-called inspiration and try to be like them rather than being their true selves. Porn seems to take you to Wonderland, but then why is it that after you masturbate, you feel like ass and regret every decision that led to this moment? Whereas after sex, you feel tired, but still energetic and fulfilled. This is because our bodies were never made to have this much amount of stimulation. It was made to have sex with a real partner, and not to enjoy watching other people have sex. We have declared ourselves to be the most intelligent creatures on earth, but not even animals, who we consider to be inferior to us, don't enjoy watching others have sex. They fucking fight till death to get that ass. They never have social anxiety, or problems getting mates, because unlike us, they have the balls to be themselves, and fight for what they fucking deserve. So stop releasing your precious seed and be a man, or you will be strangled by other men.